Coach Jimmy here with the amazing Amanda Bucci and our stump, and we're talking about beating the comparison game. Stay tuned. You were amazing on stage.
Thank you.
So we're here at Angie Lee's event at Pays to Be Brave, and you know, I think the people that watch my show the most, they just want to know, like, how did you get here? Like, what's a bit of your story, like in a condensed version?
Yeah, so condensed version of the story. I started on YouTube and Instagram. I was just sharing about fitness, so I started in the fitness industry.
Okay, so we have that in common,
so,
right?
Yeah, so fitness stuff. I did competitions.
No way.
Yes.
Awesome.
8 of them. It was a whole journey, and it's all documented on YouTube. I did vlogs, daily vlogs for a while. I went
like in the prep.
Yeah, the whole prep thing.
Nice.
So I went from 6,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers in 6 months from my prep series.
Damn.
And it was incredible, but what I was trying to transmit on stage was that when I was in that, firstly, like the stage of life that I was in, I was 22 years old, I just moved from Rhode Island to Los Angeles, I didn't have a whole lot of friends, network, industry, whatever, but all I wanted to do was share and help and teach and show people what I was doing.
Right.
And I was, you know, kind of introverted, but social media is really great for people that aren't very extroverted. They don't, you know, necessarily know how to be out there just yet, because you're literally talking to a camera and you get to not really be with people.
Right.
But you get to discover yourself in the process. So I didn't know how to be anything else but authentic, and that's the one thing everybody messages me about. Like, you're just so authentic.
Right.
I feel like you're the same in person as you are in real life, and it just feels the same.
No, because I've listened to your podcast and seen things before, and that just as we've gotten to know each other over the past day, I'm like, yep. And I always feel like that's one of the biggest compliments when somebody comes to see and they're like, Jimmy, I feel like I already know you.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, that's so great. And so in sharing that, do you feel like you were authentic because you weren't trying to copy anybody else? There's just, this is all I know to be is me?
Honestly, like, yeah, so that's like something that I try to teach now, because when I did it, I had the luck of having a beginner's mind and complete naivety. I didn't know anything about other YouTubers. I didn't know YouTube existed.
Right. So there was no comparison.
No comparison.
Right.
Like, imagine if comparison was taken completely out of the picture. Who would you be?
Yourself.
Yourself.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be worried about, like, who already took this concept for a YouTube video, or who already talked about this on their podcast, or who just made this post, or who's doing it better than you. Like, I had no concept of other entrepreneurs, and I was just like, I'm just being me over here.
Smart.
And that's what I was trying to transmit on stage. Like, how can you really tap into yourself and diminish all of the noise?
Right.
And really doing that is just uncovering, like, what are those things people say that they love about you? Like, what colored nails do you like to put on? Like, what is your favorite kind of coffee in the morning? Like, all these little things that people will forcibly associate with you, whether it's just like for me, when I was in prep, every single morning I had a waffle that I made with an egg and protein powder, because I was trying to reduce all the calories and everything, but I called it the 1-carb waffle, and I can't even tell you how many people tagged me in something like that.
Dude.
So it created user-generated content.
And you were branding beautifully without realizing it.
No, it's all by accident.
That's the best when it's by accident.
Exactly.
But I also think, because we live in this YouTube world, right? I talked about this a little bit on stage, is that we can live in listening to 1,000 podcasts, watching all the videos, and not taking action, or feeling like we have to take action like somebody else. So what do you tell those people now that it's easy to watch everybody? Do you tell people just stop watching everything and just do your own thing, or what would be the piece of advice?
So to an extent, I think that everybody needs to go through that, like, consumption phase.
Sure.
But I try to tell people to be careful with how they're consuming and how much they're consuming. So there's a lot of phases, of course, like you're learning and you're just so excited and it makes you feel good. But when you're trying to create your own thing, like, too much consumption doesn't make you feel good about it. It just makes you continuously compare how what you're creating is sizing up to someone else's creation. So I do recommend, like, when you're kind of in the, like, okay, I get how to do this, I need to go implement phase, minimize, like, choose very specifically who you're following, whose posts you're reading, whose stories you're watching, whose podcasts you're consuming. You'll notice yourself start to do it less and less and less. And the more that you do that, the more that you can tap into, like, what's really true for you, and, like, how you're actually just being without the noise of what everyone else is doing.
Well, see, for me, I think it's one of the reasons I appreciate female entrepreneurs like yourself, and I enjoy the content so much, or listening to Angie or somebody, because I can be inspired, but I know just being a dude, I'm going to execute differently.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
and
of course there's different guys that, you know, everybody watches Gary Vaynerchuk or what's Grant Cardone doing or whatever, but those dudes, you gotta be them, you know? And so we have that piece to us, you know? So for me, it was allowing myself, or giving myself permission to like, hey Jimmy, you're a performer.
Yeah.
There can be this entertainment element, or there can be this song and dance part to that. And so I love the fact that you were like, I was just naive. I just started moving and doing that. So one more question is, you started in fitness. You obviously, if people are following you now, that's not really your lane now. Was the shift scary? And was what made you decide to make the move? Because especially if you're like, I'm really successful right here.
Yes.
What happens if I do this other thing and people don't follow me?
Yeah, the shift was terrible.
That's it. Last lesson.
It was also the best thing I've ever done.
Of course.
So what was kind of happening was that as you grow and as you're in this kind of thing, personal development it's a necessity. You can't not choose to do it, because you have to grow more into the leader and you have to grow more into yourself. So as I was learning and growing more, I was just stepping into more of myself. Really, you don't become someone new, you just become more of you. Yeah. You become just the next version. And because of that, it felt way more painful for me to keep doing what I was doing, even though that was me. Right. And it's still parts of it, like I'm still love fitness, but like the version of me that was obsessed with fitness, that was just so excited about it. Right. I just wasn't my excitement anymore.
Not what you're
it wasn't
excited
my
about.
highest excitement anymore.
Exactly.
And I had to teach what was in my highest excitement. My favorite thing is learning and mastering and teaching. Learning, mastering, teaching. That's just the flow.
Right, and that's going to continue to shift in what it is. So it was fitness at one time, and then maybe it's branding, and then as we continue to evolve, and so we find those lifers that are going to follow us regardless. But every time you shift, you also have the opportunity to serve new people.
Yes.
You may leave some people behind, and that's okay.
Of course.
Just because maybe they got from you what they needed.
Totally. And like there's always going to be new people coming into your market. Like there's always a new fitness person that's coming in, like a new trainer, a new coach, or whatever, that has their own gifts to share. And I can create space for them. And then me coming into a different market, it creates space for me to be in that. And it's not something to apologize for, be upset about. And I had so many people that were so upset with my 450 videos on my YouTube channel documenting my workouts and my nutrition and my meal prepping and my life. And now I'm not doing any of that.
They were upset that you moved?
Yeah, it's almost like I turned off their favorite TV show.
Oh, you know? Right.
But it's just a new TV show, a new opportunity for them to grow, and it can be pretty triggering for people if someone is pivoting.
And that's why there's reruns. It's syndication.
Yeah, exactly.
You can still go watch Friends.
People still go rewatch it. Yeah, they're like, I still rewatch your workout videos. I'm like, cool, that's awesome. But I want people to understand who are watching this to not be boxed in by what they've already created for themselves, because as humans we need to evolve and grow, and if we don't do that, we stay stagnant. And you need to keep feeling into what's good, and if what feels good is pivoting, that's fine. There is something to be said about keeping the focus. Yep. But if the focus becomes out of alignment with you, it's maybe.
And if you're not excited about it anymore, people smell that. Like they just know, like, oh, she's just phoning this in. And it's, I feel like I'm getting my own little private coaching session, because I feel like I'm in that part of my career right now, because it was fitness and working into high performance coach and storytelling coach. It's like, oh, this is what excites me. And sometimes you want to say, well, I'm sorry guys, like I know you followed because of this, but the people that need to come along are going to come along as well.
And they do. And it's great. And then you feel great about the people that you're serving, and then the new opportunities come in line. Like otherwise you and I wouldn't be here speaking today in front of all these people that were impacted by us, and the right things just tend to happen. And then for those people who were upset, the right things tend to happen for them, and it all just works cohesively that way.
And we're friends now because of it.
And we're friends now.
That's awesome.
And we have a stump conversation.
And we have so we hope that you've enjoyed. If you've really liked this stump conversation, like the video,
give
subscribe.
Us a like. Write stump conversation
in the comments.
You should take this stump and make it on your set.
Yeah, do you think this is fit the carry-on?
Maybe
back to Texas? Yeah, we'll get back to that.
On the flight. Oh yeah, and you guys can follow me if you want to learn more. You can follow me on Instagram at Amanda Bucci. I have a YouTube channel, but I don't post on it. But if you guys want more of my business stuff, I do have a podcast, Business Mindset, Personal Development, Bucci Radio. So you guys can follow me there.
Thank you guys. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.